so I am doing a kind of winter favorites right now. I'm trying to do these seasonally now because I feel like doing them monthly was a little bit counterproductive. I actually use the same things until they're gone pretty much. So once I find something I like, I don't tend to change it up all that much. So at this point, I just have been using specific things that I really like over the course of the winter, and then and then I thought I would just put it aside and let you know what I've really liked over the course of this winter, and then I'll do that for spring and summer and yada yada. I didn't do a fall one of these, so there's actually quite a few things that I've been using for a few months now. But I'm going to go ahead and go through these, and then at the end of the video there will be a slideshow to show you what's coming up on my channel. For those of you who have newly subscribed, you probably know that there are a lot of series that I have going, such as my pinup, classic pinup series, and revisits to old videos, and my Diamonds and Dames series, which I just did a video for. So because I have these video series going, a lot of you would like to know when the next ones are coming. So I've got specific things planned for those different playlists, and this way you'll have an understanding of what's coming up as well. The first thing that I was going to show you is going to be something that I have used pretty regularly recently. This is the Big Sexy Hair Spray and Stay Hairspray. This is an intense hold hairspray. I got this because the Vintage Glam hairspray was sadly discontinued, and because of that I just decided to grab it just to see if it would be something similar. I really like it. I feel like it's a great high hold hairspray. The only thing I don't like about it is I feel like it's a little too stiff. It's not something that you can really brush through once you start. So because of that, I don't necessarily feel like it is as good as the Vintage Glam hairspray in that regard. So because of that, I'll probably go back to the Elnet exclusively. I don't really like Elnet's smell. This has a much better smell. But I think Elnet is great in that you can build it up, but you can still brush through it. This one's not quite as friendly to a brush through after it's been sprayed, but I do feel like it's a really good finishing spray, so I thought I would go ahead and mention it. Once again, this is the Intense Hold Hairspray, the Spray and Stay from Big Sexy Hair. And I think it was like 17 bucks. The next thing I've been using regularly since I got them is this Dior Hydra Life Tinted Moisturizer Skin Tint. It has a SPF of 20. I'm not sure what the price tag is on this. I got this as gratis at work, but I really love it. This is what the tube looks like. And this is the number 1, the shade 1. It covers really well for a tinted moisturizer, and in the days that I'm not going to work or days that I'm not making videos, and I actually did wear just this today so you could sort of see what the coverage looks like compared to what I usually wear. Usually when I do videos I do a high coverage foundation. This is not high coverage. It's actually supposed to be just a tint, but I feel like it has enough coverage to where you don't really need anything else. And so this is a perfect example of something that I love for just everyday use when I don't really want to wear a foundation. Tinted moisturizers are sort of the predecessor to BB creams, and I prefer a BB cream to a tinted moisturizer usually, but this one's got a really similar look. Also, I am absolutely loving this. This is the Donna Karan Cashmere Mist Deodorant, antiperspirant deodorant. It smells just like cashmere mist, and I don't like cashmere mist. I think it is a very powdery smell, but as a deodorant it works brilliantly because not only does it have a very nice fresh smell, but the deodorant works fantastic. It's extremely effective, and it doesn't conflict with other fragrances. So if you like a scented lotion, if you like you know, if you like something that's you know, you like to wear perfume, you don't have to worry that this is going to conflict with that and be too strong. It's just a very fresh, shower fresh smell, and this is such a good deodorant. Now it is $20 for this, and I doubt I would ever pay for it. This is actually something, like I said, I got most of this type of stuff I get as gratis at work. I don't know that I would pay $20 for it, but it is absolutely one of my seasonal favorites, and that's the rub. So I feel like if I'm going to go with a drugstore deodorant, which is what I've done my whole life, I probably would go with the Dove deodorant because it's got the moisture lotion in it, and I just really love it. But this is such a good deodorant, so it's very nice to have as sort of a luxury item until it runs out. It was damaged, it was cracked, so I got to have it for free. So the other thing that I'm loving right now, this is, there's only three Clarins products that made this list. As you know, I run the Clarins counter, so I tend to use mostly Clarins products when it comes to skincare, foundation, things like that. This is the new Extra Comfort Foundation. It is a very thick, rich cream foundation. And if you have dry skin like me, this is such a great thing. It's such a luxury thing to have. It covers so beautifully and has such a nice satiny finish, but it still sets very nicely with a powder. And it's not too much moisture to wear over your daily moisturizer, but it really, really helps with dry skin in the wintertime, especially if you have issues with needing to put an extra moisturizer on in the wintertime to sort of counteract the effects of your gas heat or any of that. This actually really, really works beautifully as sort of a supplemental moisturizer / foundation. And it has extremely good coverage. It's buildable coverage. And it's sort of the most luxury foundation that Clarins offers, but it's fantastic for dry skin. My shade is number 108 Sand. This is number 105 Nude, which I used to think was my shade, but 108 looks richer on my skin, so I don't really go for this color anymore. And under my Clarins foundation, I now pretty much universally wear the Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch Primer. This is a primer that's like a thick paste, and it fills in any kind of inconsistency or pores or any of that. And the best thing about the Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch is it's not one of those silica-based like gels. So I feel like that it's a lot more friendly to use with dry skin. And I basically just put it in areas where I feel like I have some visible pores or even just fine lines. It just covers all that up. And so because you don't put it all over, because you just spot apply it, it is just, you can kind of apply just like a little pearl-sized amount to the areas that you need it on, and it doesn't feel like you've got anything extra on your skin. I don't like to put a primer all over and then put an SPF on and then put your foundation on. This is just a great way to get some action from a primer, but not have to worry about applying too much of it or it all over your face. Next we have the fragrance that I'm loving right now. This is the Jimmy Choo Eau de Toilette. The original Jimmy Choo has a patchouli base, and the perfume is very, very intense. I feel like it's a very strong fragrance. It settles nicely and it smells really good, but I feel like that this is so much better for me. I think it's because it's not as rich because it doesn't have that patchouli quality, but because it is still got the woodsy notes. I think it has a base note of cedar. Cedar and vibrant woods. It smells like a tree. It's very clean and it has sort of a, like the woods after a rainstorm type feel to it, and I love it. So I think this is a really great fragrance to carry over through fall and winter, and I think it also works really because it's got that sort of evergreen quality, but it also works really well to carry into spring because it's a light eau de toilette and doesn't have that more husky like patchouli fragrance to it. It's really, really good and very different than anything else I have. I don't think anything smells like Jimmy Choo. The next thing, I've got 4 more things. I am absolutely in love with the Soft Matte Lip Cream from NYX in the color London. It's the color I have on right now. It's my very, very favorite nude, and I just use sort of a mocha tinted lip liner to define my Cupid's bow and underneath, but other than that, this is all I wear, and I love it because it's a matte I can actually wear. It doesn't dry my lips out, smells like cake. It's an incredible, incredible product, these soft matte lip creams are, but this color particularly is my favorite nude, and I'm going to probably continue to use this one until they don't make it anymore. I don't really care for other nudes. This is like my very, very favorite of the nude lip colors, so I pretty much stick with it. And I'll put it on sometimes with like a shimmery peach or pink gloss, and it just completely changes the look of it. So this is something I've really been enjoying as well. The next thing is another Clarins product. This is the Clarins Santal Face Treatment Oil. This is something that is absolutely incredible for wintertime for me. I feel like that this takes the place of my serum occasionally in a way that sort of just gives my skin that extra boost of moisture. I don't have to, like if I use this, maybe once a week is when I use this, and I'll actually put it on. I mean, you can absolutely use it more often if you want to, but that's just, I kind of tend to treat with it once a week. And what I'll do is I'll do my Clarisonic and my typical nighttime routine, but instead of doing my serum and moisturizer, I'll just do this. I'll put it all over, including my lips, and it usually takes about 6 or 7 hours for it to completely absorb into my skin. Like I still feel the effects of it after about 6 or 7 hours. So I feel like this is a great overnight treatment oil, and your skin just feels very supple and bouncy in the morning. So this is one of, it's been around for years. This has literally been around since the 50s, this facial treatment oil. And so this is one of Clarins' like holy grail products. It's incredible. And they have one that's for oily skin that actually counteracts oil production. And then they have one that is for dehydrated skin. It's got orchid in it. That one smells a bit strong. I'm not as crazy about this one, but this is the one that's for dry skin. I absolutely love it. Also from Dior, I received this Dior Show New Look mascara. I don't know why it's called New Look, and I actually don't know if this is a discontinued formula of a mascara from them, but I absolutely love it. This has got this wonderful little tiny brush, and it works beautifully for bottom lashes and for these little inner lashes. And so this is the mascara that I've just kind of been reaching for a lot lately. It is not a really dry or a wet mascara. It's, you know, it's got that really great Dior quality to it. It's very similar to the Dior Show mascara that you're probably familiar with the big old fat brush. But this one actually works better for me because not only is the consistency slightly different, but it does have a really great little brush that goes with it and just is a lot easier for me to use. And last but not least, we have the Strivectin Clinical Corrector Anti-Aging Lip Tint. I use this every single night at bedtime. I like to put a lip balm on before I go to bed because I feel like it just makes, you know, just makes me feel like if my lips start getting dry during the night, I'm not going to have to get up for one thing. And also because in the morning, I don't like to put a lip balm on before I put my lipstick on usually because it will end up feeling a little too moist and my lipstick will slip around. So if I put a lip treatment on at night, I've discovered I don't really have to prime with a lip balm in the mornings. And this one is a nice one because it's more like a gloss. It's not as much like a balm, but it has the anti-aging properties and slight bit of tint to it. This one's got that Nio 114 that Strivectin is known for anti-aging, and I do feel like that it just makes your lips feel a little softer than a standard gloss or lip balm. So this is one that I really like. I'm not a huge fan of the CC line from Strivectin. I haven't found a single product that I couldn't live without from that line, but I do really like the Clinical Corrector in the lip tint, and they have another one that's sort of a plummy color. But this one works just fine, and it's got an SPF of 20 in it. It's a really, really good lip treatment to protect your lips. So that's all. And like I said, there will be a slideshow coming up very soon that's going to show you sort of everything that's coming up, what videos that I have planned. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Like if I might say I have a video planned to come up and something will happen in filming it and it will get delayed, or I will just pan it all together. So this isn't rule. This isn't like going to be, you know, written in stone, but this is what's planned ahead, and some of this stuff is already prepared for you. So I'm excited to show you some stuff. I've got a lot of clothing reviews coming up and several hairstyles planned. So if you have something specific you would like to see, feel free to make a request and I'll be happy to add it to the list. But otherwise, hopefully something coming up will be of interest to you. And if you've just subscribed recently, hopefully you'll stick around for a while, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
I'm sitting here wondering what to do today. I ain't got no job, I ain't got no pay. My wife just left me and I lost my car. I got thanks and somebody that ain't going far. Oh baby, why did you leave me? Hey baby, why did you leave me? Oh baby, why did you leave me? Why did you do me this way? I got the meanest woman that you ever did see. She took my kids and my whole string. She left me here alone to sing the blues, and I got two big holes in the bottom of my shoes. Oh baby, why did you leave me? Hey baby, why did you leave me? Oh baby, why